Hey guys, today we are heading into Magic Kingdom because it is a brand new year. Welcome to 2026. This is going to be my first visit inside Magic Kingdom for 2026. So I wanted to make today all about what is new, what is coming this year to Magic Kingdom Park. I would like to actually do this with all four of the Walt Disney World theme parks here at Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom. I know a lot of you are planning vacations for this coming year. So yeah, let's go head in and see what is happening in 2026 inside Magic Kingdom. I'm filming this video on January the 5th and it seems like all of the parks still have up their garland and Christmas decor. So we get Christmas for a little bit longer. It really varies park by park. Sometimes they keep the decorations up 2 weeks into January. It really just depends. But yeah, hope you all are having a good day. Let's head over to Magic Kingdom. I'm debating monorail or ferry. The ferry just let off right now. I don't know, it's gonna be a surprise. Let's go. I decided on the ferry. I love the views on the ferry and it's right at like sunset, just before sunset. We're hitting that golden hour, so I think a ride on the ferry will be a very good way to get to Magic Kingdom. Are you team monorail or team ferry boat when you're heading over to Magic Kingdom? If I'm in a rush, the monorail is usually quicker, but the ferry just has the best views.
We will be arriving at our destination in just a few moments. On our way, we'll travel 1 mile from
Let's do this first visit of 2026 to Magic Kingdom. Oh, listen to the train. I just love the sights and sounds of Magic Kingdom. Just being here, it never gets old. I feel like 2026 is going to be a very transformative year for Magic Kingdom. They have a lot of construction happening in this park this year. And it's like Walt Disney said, we keep moving forward, opening new doors. They just keep innovating. And yeah, there's a lot of innovation at the moment happening at the Magic Kingdom. Let me know in the comments, how long do you keep your Christmas decorations up? I actually took all the decorations down yesterday. My family, we always wait until Epiphany, Three Kings Day. That is like when we do Christmas through. So it's kind of interesting today, like I've been going around Disney and seeing all the decorations still up. It's kind of like, wait, aren't we done with this? Like it's still Christmas? I think it can always be. It's always Christmas in our hearts, so that's what we're gonna go with. But yeah, let me know, how long do you usually keep up your Christmas decor in your home? I think they might be about to flip the switch. Is that what she's doing? I think this girl gets the honor to flip the switch, this cast member. Oh yeah, look, she just did it. Oh. I didn't know that they physically controlled that from right here. That's awesome. So I guess they pick a different cast member every night to go up and flip the switch. I never knew that that was a thing, that there was a physical switch like in the packages there. I would have assumed they controlled that from somewhere backstage. Like, no, they have somebody that actually physically flips the switch. That is really cool. The fact that I just happened to like walk past that and notice that. Walking by Starbucks right now, did anybody see the rumor? I believe it's only a rumor at this point, but people were saying that it's rumored that Dunkin' Donuts might replace Starbucks in Disney parks. I would actually be happy with that. I really do like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Maybe a little bit more than Starbucks coffee, so I'd be happy with it. Once again, that is entirely rumor. There is no like stated fact about that. If you guys have heard anything further, let me know, but interesting. Okay, I'm first gonna head into Liberty Square here and then like into Frontierland because I think that's the land that's got like the biggest updates, if you will, that are happening. This is the most like transformative area. Look how beautiful the castle is. This is that proper golden hour sunset that I was talking about. Oh my gosh, and wait, actually before we head into Frontierland, this is a really big thing that we have to talk about. So in 2026, the castle here, Cinderella Castle, is going to be transformed back to its original glory, but reimagined. It is getting the old school paint job of the whites, blues, grays that are the proper Cinderella Castle that we all grew up with, that we all know and love. So the paint job that is on it right now, they kind of call this like the iridescent rose gold. This was special for the 50th anniversary, which happened in 2021. And it has been like this ever since. It is now a whole 5 years later because we are in 2026. Actually, I think they started painting it during the shutdown in 2020. So it's really been like 6 years in a way that it has, going on 6 years, that it has been this iridescent pink and blue. You guys have to let me know in the comments which team you're on. Are you team rose gold castle? Are you team traditional castle? I will say I am team original traditional castle. I said from the day that they did this, it's pretty, but it looks like Sleeping Beauty's castle. It's no longer Cinderella Castle. And I get what they were going for the 50th anniversary. The theme was the iridescent colors. They were bringing in the gold by doing the rose gold for the 50th anniversary. So I get the concept, and I think it is nice that they did something special, but it's been around for too long now. It's served its purpose, and I feel like it's time to go back to the original colors. But I know some people are upset about it because it is beautiful, and people say, you know, it looks more vibrant in photos this way. And yes, it does, but every time I would look at this, I'm always like, it's Sleeping Beauty castle out in Disneyland. Her castle is pink and blue. And so I always like that Cinderella was something different. And yeah, I'm happy that it's going back to the old school colors. So let me know what team you're on. Do you like the current colors of the castle or the new castle color scheme? So the timeline for this, they said that they're apparently already starting the prep work, and as of, I will pop up the date on the screen. I believe it's like January 28th. I want to say they're going to start having modifications to the stage show, which I would imagine those modifications have to do with the painting that they're doing here. So we don't know when exactly this will be complete, but just know if you're coming to Disney anytime soon, the castle's going to be going through like an in-between state. And at some point this year, it will be complete and be back to the original Cinderella Castle colors. I wonder if they'll even like keep the bright blue that they've done. Like, I'd be happy with that. Like, keep the more vibrant colors, but just make it Cinderella's color scheme. You know what I mean? It can still be more vibrant. I'm all for that, but get rid of the pink. You know, it is really cool. I was just thinking, like, this is now like vintage Disney history, this castle. Well, it will be Disney history very soon here. I know so many people talk about the cake castle that they did for the 25th anniversary, and like if you have a picture with the cake castle, it's a huge deal that you were like here during that point in history. And so how cool is it? Like, any of us that have been here for, if you visited within the past 5 years and you took a picture with Cinderella Castle in the iridescent rose gold state that it's currently in, like, that's gonna be a piece of Disney history. So it's pretty cool. Okay, but now heading on to Frontierland, because this is like the big elephant in the room. There's this massive section of the park that is just behind walls right now, and that is because all through 2026 they are going to be working on Piston Peak, the brand new Cars Land area. And this is not going to open this year, but if you're visiting in 2026, there's going to be some walls here because they are in a reimagining state. And oh my goodness, they're actually using the old riverboat dock here as an extended queue for the Haunted Mansion. For a while, they hadn't yet put up the scrim and you could see the demolition here. Now I know that you can see the demolition from different points, like if you're over near Tiana's. So I do know though there are certain vantage points where you can kind of see what's happening back here. Also from aerial footage I've seen, everything is just like completely demolished. All the trees, everything. They are moving right along with this. Like, remember when we were coming over here and seeing this was still water down here for a bit? Now, fully dirt. Oh my gosh, look at that iPhone. That's been down there for a very, very long time. I wonder how many cell phones they did find when they drained this. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for Cars Land to open, but there is something back here in Frontierland that is gonna be opening this year. So let's go talk about that. Big Thunder Mountain is going to be reopening this year after an over year-long refurbishment. This closed down for refurbishment back in January of 2025. I actually came out here on the very last day to ride this, and it was so fun to be here on the final day of operation. And I had said that day I want to come back on the very first day of operation when this reopens here. And we don't know exactly when that will be. They're right now just saying spring 2026. So hopefully soon we'll get an official date when we can ride Big Thunder Mountain again. It looks like there's some cast members over here getting ready to do some type of promotional filming maybe, so maybe there'll be an announcement soon about Big Thunder. And when this reopens, it is going to be a reimagined update. They are going to have like a rainbow cavern that you go through, which looks really cool. So it's not going to be just like a track refurbishment or anything. Like, they've actually made some little magical enhancements to this. So we're always in favor of that. I love the version they have of this out in Disneyland, where they have like more of the pyrotechnics happening. It looks like the dynamite when you're going up through the lift hill out there. So I'm excited that they're bringing something new and fresh to this Big Thunder that we have here on the East Coast. It is crazy walking back up here. There's kind of this bit of a hill that is right by Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and you get a bit more of a vantage point. It's crazy just being able to see over to Haunted Mansion. Like, just even that sight line is crazy because there was all the trees and the foliage of Tom Sawyer Island, and now all of that has just been bulldozed over. Oh my gosh, you look right here, you can see the backhoes down in there and just all the piles of dirt. So crazy to see. Look at this. Now we'll head into Adventureland because there's actually an update here that I just found out about today, and it's very interesting, and I'm curious what it might mean for the future, so let's go talk about it. Also, if you saw my McDonald's Happy Meal video, we were talking about the history of McDonald's in the Disney parks, and this right here, the Golden Oak Outpost, is where they used to have the fry stand that you could get McDonald's French fries. Pretty cool piece of Disney history. So here in Adventureland, Tortuga Tavern has always been a quick service that it never had regular operation. It would always open seasonally, like here and there, usually during very peak times of the year. They still have the sign for it out front here. Tortuga Tavern, Grub and Grog. This is always where during the Halloween and Christmas party, they always have this as like a treat trail to get your candy or get your cookies. But yeah, I cannot remember the last time that this was open for regular operation. You can see up here it says, you know, ahoy mateys, please go to Pecos Bill's next door if you want food, because they're not actually serving anything back inside here. And what's interesting is I just realized they have now taken this. This is a new update. They've taken Tortuga Tavern off of the map. It is no longer listed at all. So a lot of people are wondering, does that mean it's like a permanent closure here? So I'm wondering if this is maybe never going to open again as a quick service, and maybe they're going to reimagine this into something else. Right now they still have all the tables out, and you can see a lot of people are just kind of hanging out back here relaxing. There's also some really good AC like right here if you need to come like get away from the crowds and cool off for a minute. But yeah, definitely wondering what the future will look like here for Tortuga Tavern. This area is really cool. I mean, look at this. This reminds me of Disneyland a lot. It's beautiful. Oh, but speaking of Disney restaurants, we have to head back into Frontierland because I saw something else today that has me so excited for 2026. We will definitely be here to cover this. It has to do with none other than the Diamond Horseshoe restaurant. Okay, so this is an exciting update. So the Diamond Horseshoe here, this is an opening day attraction at Magic Kingdom. It is the sister restaurant to the Golden Horseshoe out in Disneyland that has really good shows. Disneyland's Golden Horseshoe, that restaurant, they always have a stage show happening. There's usually a pianist up there, just something happening, and it's a really cool environment. And there's so much rich Disney history in the Golden Horseshoe as well. You can actually find pictures of Walt Disney and his wife Lillian. They celebrated their wedding anniversary at the Golden Horseshoe in Disneyland, which is really cool. So I've always liked that they have the Diamond Horseshoe here. They usually use it for like a special event space. Like it's been a treat trail during Halloween and Christmas parties in the past. Most recently, they've also used this as like overflow seating for Liberty Tree Tavern next door. Actually, the one time that I ate at Liberty Tree Tavern, I got sat inside a Diamond Horseshoe instead. Also, back a couple years ago, Diamond Horseshoe was just a regular operating restaurant. They didn't have the same caliber of entertainment or anything happening. And it's actually been over 20 years since they've had a proper show on the stage inside Diamond Horseshoe, which I didn't realize it's been that long. But that is about to change in 2026. They're going to have, it's Jessie's Roundup is going to be on the stage here featuring Jessie from Toy Story. Now, originally I thought this was gonna be like a dinner show thing, and that's not my understanding of it now. We still don't have full information about it, but this is going to be an offering that is part of Cool Kids Summer that they're bringing back again for 2026, and it says that you're gonna be able to go in, see the show, they're gonna have crafts in there for the kids and everything, and you'll be able to dance. So I definitely don't think it's gonna be a dinner show. It's gonna be much more like get in the AC, give the kids a break, and get to like hang out and see a cute little show with Jessie. So I think that that's going to be nice that they are going to utilize this space for something again. And who knows what this might lead to in the future. Maybe they will bring back the concept of like a little dinner show here in Magic Kingdom. And I just checked to see, and currently Diamond Horseshoe is open at the moment as a restaurant at this point in time. And they are currently serving, it looks like the same exact menu that you can get next door at Liberty Tree Tavern. It's just booked as a separate dining reservation. How beautiful does the sunset look over Big Thunder Mountain right now? That's gorgeous. So yeah, that I think takes care of all of our updates in Frontierland. Let's go walk through the rest of the park. Also, we very much have the January start of the year crowds in the park. This is so busy. This is even busier than Christmas Day. I think New Year's is the time now that everybody comes. I think a lot of people do Christmas at home and then come like the days after Christmas into New Year's, and a lot of people are staying through New Year's week. Oh, the Haunted Mansion queue's not all the way backed up through here anymore. It's now up here a bit more. Still a very extended queue, but not as bad as earlier. I'm actually thinking about making a video about this. I know a lot of people say come in January. I think January is the busiest time, like the busiest month out of any of the months of the year at Walt Disney World. In my personal experience, it's like you go from New Year's crowds into then Martin Luther King weekend. There's a bunch of long weekends. You have Run Disney. That is some of the most intense crowds ever. I really do think January is like the busiest month ever at Walt Disney World. But that being said, you can always make the most of it, 100%. Before I moved here and me and my family had our annual passes, we would come literally any chance we got. So yeah, you always can make the best of it. Just know you're gonna wait. I just got off of It's a Small World. Now let's head into Fantasyland. I don't really think Fantasyland has any updates yet for 2026, other than the castle, obviously, that we talked about earlier will get repainted. But Tomorrowland has some exciting updates, so let's head over there. You know it's a busy day at Disney when Tomorrowland Speedway has an extended queue line out here. How long is this? Wait, this is definitely New Year's crowds at Disney. a couple days past New Year's. It's really, like I said, just January crowds, it feels like. 15 minutes. 15 minutes? That seems a lot longer than 15 minutes. Tomorrowland at night is so cool. I love all the lights in here. This is a land I would love to see them bring more to, like bring in more of the theming elements of that retro Tomorrowland vibe, which they definitely are doing with like the cool ship over here. They just recently brought this back. This is now called the Astro Fizz, and it has just that really cool retro Tomorrowland vibe. I would love to see more updates like this throughout this land. They have a dance party happening here in Tomorrowland. Okay, first thing, oh wow, look at that. This is happening over here. They're calling this Tomorrowland Galactic Blast from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, but first update over here that I'm hoping is going to happen in 2026 is the Carousel of Progress. Disney has announced that they are going to bring the Walt Disney animatronic here to the Carousel of Progress. I believe it's going to be like that pre-show scene. They're going to put Walt in here, and I think that that is a perfect spot for him. And I got to see the animatronic of Walt out in Disneyland. They have it in the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln Theater. I'll go ahead and link that video from my Disneyland trip. I was really happy I got to see the Walt animatronic. It really is just like a moment that kind of takes your breath away. It's so cool. And so the fact that they're going to bring it here is going to be incredible. Now the thing is, they haven't given us a timeline. This was announced clear back last year in 2025. I think it was announced sometime in like the fall. And yet they haven't given any update about a timeline. But we have an entire year, so I would like to think that at some point in 2026 here, they're gonna bring Walt Disney to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. That's gonna be incredible. Okay, also over here in Tomorrowland, this is one that we do know for certain is going to be reopening in 2026, and as a brand new reimagined version, which I am so excited about, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. This closed last year for a big overhaul refurbishment. It closed back in the summer, and it is going to be reopening here spring 2026. We don't have an official opening date, but it will be this year, spring 2026. And speaking of Disneyland, they're kind of doing an update to this, similar to the way Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is out in Disneyland, where you're actually going to be able to pick up your blaster and point with it, whereas you were never able to do that with this version here. I always found this version very hard to aim. I could never tell which one of the little red dots was my laser pointer and if I was actually hitting anything. So I think that this is going to be a huge update for this attraction. Disney has said that they have like new technology that your blaster is actually going to be reactive when you hit a target, so you'll know for certain that you got something. I think that this is going to be just a huge update for this attraction and really elevate it here at Magic Kingdom. I mean, this is a fan favorite for so many of us, and I think they're just really preserving it and bringing it into the next generation, and I'm very happy about that. So this is one that I cannot wait. As soon as they announce the opening date for it, I cannot wait to get out here and experience it in this year, 2026. It's been so weird not having this here the past couple months as they're working inside, because it's always a ride because it's continual. I feel like the wait usually goes pretty quick, and so I feel like on a lot of Magic Kingdom trips I always stop in here, and yeah, I haven't been able to do that the past couple months, so definitely excited for this to open back up. It is beautiful getting to see all the decorations, because next time I'm here at Magic Kingdom, it depends how soon they take the decorations down. I might be walking into a non-Christmassy park, so gotta appreciate it. while it's still here. You know it's a busy night when they have the Main Street bypass is open up to get guests up and down Main Street. It is definitely a crowded night. I am gonna make my way out of Magic Kingdom for the night. This was really fun. I didn't get to do that much tonight. Like I said, it was very crowded, but this was what I wanted to do, was just be here for the ambiance, the atmosphere, and getting to document what is the park looking like at the start of 2026. And I had so much fun just getting to talk about all the things that are coming up this year and in the coming years, and just getting excited about it together. I love getting to make videos like this. So this was a very fun night, and thank you for coming along with me. Make today magical, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye guys.